If you won the lottery, how many of you would complain that you don't have as much money as Bill Gates? Now, how many of you would make the most of your winnings and enjoy life? What most people don't realize is you win the lottery every day you wake up. It may not be in money, but it's an opportunity in time. And it's up to you on how you maximize those things. We often hear stories about people winning the lottery and squandering away their winnings or doing great things with it. But how many stories are being written or television shows being made about the person that won the lottery and didn't do anything with it? The reality is we don't make an impact in this world sitting around doing nothing. No pun intended. 22 years ago, when I was first injured, I didn't understand this. I let what I couldn't do stop me from doing what I could. I didn't help others, and I didn't venture outside my comfort zone. As human beings, when we face adversity, to see that glass is half empty, till we finally get to that point where we see the glass is half full. But you're never truly happy until you appreciate the fact that you have a glass in the first place. And I'm no exception to that rule. I remember when I was first injured, I was trying to figure out how many pills I can buy with the money I had in the bank to end my suffering. You see, my injury kind of turned me into a toddler again. My pride was just as broken as my body. And it wasn't because I just didn't know what I could do anymore. I had to relearn how to sit up on my own and how to feed myself. But as I slowly gained my independence, so was my willingness not to die. You see, there's actually 3 phases of recovery, in my opinion. There's wanting to die, not wanting to die, and wanting to live. You see, for many years, I lived not wanting to die until I got to the point where I wanted to live. Because not wanting to die is just that existing, nothing more. And had I not found the courage to stop existing and start living, I wouldn't be in front of you today. Too often we get complacent in our situations and don't venture outside our comfort zone. And I am no exception to that. I remember I was volunteering at a rehab facility when I was setting up transportation for the elderly and disabled as a way of slowly expanding my comfort zone. When I was asked by a therapist friend if I would speak to a newly injured patient. Well, my mouth said sure, my brain was screaming no way. You see, I was scared. I was afraid to be transported back to a place I fought so hard to get away from, both mentally and physically. But then I thought, if I had had a guide, I would have made my transition so much easier. So I reluctantly agreed. When I left that room, I had that Grinch moment, where his heart grew 3 times its size? And I knew this is what I was destined to do. But had I not found the courage to venture out and say yes and visit this patient, I wouldn't be making the impact that I am now that's reaching farther than I ever imagined. Now think about your lives. What kind of impact are you making on others? One side effect also of venturing outside my comfort zone was coming up with a personal mantra that disabled is a label I intend to redefine. Now I went out, and some of these pictures you may see are of me surfing, water skiing, or even indoor skydiving. But these are things that people didn't think were possible in their mind. And so I continued on to do things outside my comfort zone and also feel like if I try these things and fail, at least I can say I did them and not live with the regret of not doing them at all. Now, venturing out and doing things for others is a way of helping and doing things that nobody can take away from you. Some of these things that I was able to do, I didn't think were possible. I slowly regained confidence in myself. And I did something also that I wasn't able to do before, and that was have the courage of looking people in the eye again. Now, how many people can feel when somebody's staring at you? It turns out a simple smile or hello can change someone's day or even their week. And no matter what gesture, how small it is, it helps light up this world. And remember, even the flickering of a candle can be the brightest light in someone's cave. But why be a candle? We could potentially be the sun in someone's life. Had I not dared to be the sun for others, I wouldn't have helped as many people as I have. I remember in 2009, I was volunteering at a community center when I asked the executive director what she thought about starting a support group for people with disabilities. And she responded in typical nonprofit fashion, "How much is this going to cost?" I had told her that I would secure a majority of the funding. And in 2010, Rolling Inspiration was launched. We quickly became the largest support group in South Texas. We did things that no other people were doing. And in 2012, we were actually honored to be United Way's Volunteer of the Year in the group category. This thing has also led to other recognitions like inductions onto Walls of Fame and even a Walk of Fame. I find that ironic. It took me being in a chair to do something worthy of a Walk of Fame. Even when I had a major health setback, it left me in bed for 20 hours a day for over 2 years. I didn't let it stop me from helping others. I continued working at Rolling Inspiration, and I did something I wanted to do my entire life. I actually grew up my hair and donated it to wigs for kids. This is something that took no effort, just commitment. Well, not exactly no effort. I definitely have a new respect for you guys out there with long hair. But this commitment was amazing. And while I don't expect you to go to the extremes that I have, I do challenge you to do something. You know, I came up with this acronym RAC, Random Acts of Considerable Kindness. And that's taking a day or an afternoon of your time that would help change someone's life. You know, I posted my commitment on social media, and it actually led to somebody else doing something for others in the form of blood donation. Now that feeling was indescribable. The fact that I grew my hair out and donated it could lead to potentially saving lives. Now that feeling, I can't describe it, but I can tell you I can't get enough of it, and I know you will too. Thank you.